Welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And guys, your boy Ace is still down in the dumps, reeling from the first-round exit at the hands of the Carolina Hurricanes. It's been depressing. I've been watching bits and pieces of other NHL playoff games, and it's been quite gut-wrenching, despite some of the amazing Game 7 finishes that I did watch in the first round out west. But it is so depressing that our boys are not in it. I'd actually stopped by the arena earlier today to see if there's any good end-of-season sales on anything in the Devil's Den team store. I didn't find anything that I wanted, but just being there was just, it felt wrong. It felt so wrong. An empty arena, an empty store. But anyway, I'm here with some news and notes. I said I'd be back periodically throughout the offseason, and here I am. The Devils, couple little news and notes segments from the past couple days, and one of them on the injuries. Aside from all of the injured guys that we knew missed time, there was tons of guys playing through injuries as well, and the Devils put this out. Quick hit updates available. Dylan suffered a neck injury. He's optimistic he'll be ready for training camp. I don't know that I like the sounds of that. He's optimistic, so that means we potentially could be without Dylan to start the season. Not ideal in my opinion. And then on defense as well, Kovacevic has a knee injury. He may need surgery and doesn't expect to be ready for the start of next season. Oh boy, we're definitely starting the season without Kovacevic. We might be without Dylan. And wow, this opens up a world of possibilities on the blue line. I'll get to that in a minute. Pesce was dealing with a shoulder injury that he suffered in Game 1. We knew Pesce, the warrior that he is, was playing through probably multiple injuries. But what an acquisition. Pesce, the calm, cool, collected veteran. I definitely think he helped Luke a ton this year. And the defense and the team as a whole. Love Brett Pesce. He was a great signing. Siegenthaler is still going through the rehab process to strengthen his lower body injury despite having returned to game action. Another blue liner that we already knew was injured. And Lukehughes underwent shoulder surgery. And jesperbratt is scheduled to undergo shoulder surgery. Saying shoulder surgery a bunch of times in a row is a little bit of a tongue twister, but wow, guys. Talk about a decimated blue line. I mean, it doesn't get any worse. So starting off next year without Kovacevic, possibly starting off without Dylan. Siegenthaler, it seems like, will be fine. Hopefully Lukehughes is recovered from his shoulder surgery. You know, he obviously got hurt in Game 1 and never returned. We didn't know what the diagnosis was, but another guy getting shoulder surgery along with his brother Jack. And then out of nowhere, Bratter undergoing shoulder surgery. I mean, this is psychotic stuff. Jesperbratt, you know, what can you say? Monster season, set the single season record for the Devils with assists, breaking Scott Stevens' 30-year-old record. And he was playing injured. So for all the people kind of, you know, ragging on his playoff performance, which I didn't think was terrible. I didn't think it was great, but it wasn't what people are making it out to be. There's some people, you know, making it out like Bratter was a complete no-show, which is far from the truth. But playing with damaged shoulders in some way, that will require a surgery to correct it. So what a season of injuries. We go into the summer, lots of guys getting surgeries. Hopefully all is well. But I do think with the announcement of Kovacevic missing the start of next year and possibly Dylan, I'm thinking this might be the time for Shimo Nemec, assuming he's still here, to claim a roster spot once and for all. He's going to have every opportunity. What a up and down season for Nemec, but he came in the playoffs and he really showed out. Super happy for him. He had the game-winning goal in Game 3, obviously. Had a couple other great games and was kind of a redemption story. So that's an interesting thing to keep an eye on. And then with Dylan, you know, wow, Dylan may not be there for the start of next season. I am very curious to see. A lot of people have been speculating, or maybe not a lot, but some of you, as have I. Does this potentially open the door for Dumoulin to be re-signed? Never thought in a million years it would have happened with the logjam we have at defense. But with all these guys injured, depending on what he would want in terms of money, Dumoulin might be a kind of must re-sign. Here we are. Who would have thought? But curious to see if this has any impact on the team's plans with Dumoulin moving forward. And then we have another headline, 5 Devils named to Worlds. Devils captain Nico Hischier, forward Timomeier, and defenseman Jonas Siegenthaler will take part in the upcoming IIHF World Championships with Team Switzerland. while goalie Jacob Markstrom will play for Sweden and prospect Lenny Haminaho will represent Finland. The tournament will take place in Sweden beginning May 9th. 5 guys. It seems like Nico, Siegenthaler, and Timo are almost automatics for this tournament every year. And the issue is, it's because we aren't in the playoffs or get knocked out. I hope these guys are sick and tired of playing in these stupid worlds. I hope, they're like, as a group, this is the last time we're playing in this damn thing. Next year, we're going to be busy playing in the NHL playoffs. Super frustrating that once again, here we are. I'm just venting a little bit. Bear with me, guys. It's been a long road for us Devils fans. But, they're playing for Team Switzerland every summer, and it's like, yeah, you're playing because you're not in the NHL playoffs. Hopefully, they make a pact that, like, this is it. This is the last time we're playing in this stupid tournament. We want to be in the real tournament, the NHL playoffs, competing for a Stanley Cup. Markey, Markey's a competitor, loves to represent his country. Due to his injury, he did miss out on that Four Nations tournament where I do believe he would have been the starting goalie. He was nursing that injury he suffered when he bashed his knee up against Boston. But he'll have the chance to wear the Sweden jersey this time around in the Worlds. I look forward to watching some of the Worlds anyway. Very good international tournament. And Lenny Haminaho, for those that might not be familiar, I think he is our second best offensive prospect at the moment, only to Gritsuk, who I will be talking about momentarily, and looking to make a jump on the Devils roster maybe as soon as next season. That would be lovely if he could come in and fill a bottom 6 role with the team. Obviously, we need a lot of revamping of the bottom 6. We've talked about this all season. It really reared its ugly head in the playoffs where the shortcomings were clearly evident. But yeah, Haminaho, he's a guy to keep an eye on. And then finally, we all knew this was coming. Gritsuk signs with Devils. The New Jersey Devils announced today that the team has signed forward Arseniy Gritsyuk to a 1-year entry-level contract starting in 25-26. The announcement was made by President General Manager Tom Fitzgerald. Gritsuk, 24, has spent parts of the last 5 seasons in the Continental Hockey League. During the 24-25 season with St. Petersburg, he recorded 44 points, 17 goals, 27 assists in 49 regular season games. The 6-foot, 195-pound forward ranked in the top 5 for points, goals, and assists among St. Petersburg skaters. Gritsuk also contributed 5 points, 1 goal, 4 assists in 6 playoff games, tying him for the team lead. Blah, 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 blah. The article goes on. And Gritsuk finally signed. We all knew this was coming. I personally had hoped we would sign him for the playoffs. Now, a lot of people like my good friend Jordan are so confused, and they've been just so accustomed to losing for so long that they've all adopted this loser mentality that I talk about all the time, and it's nauseating. Gritsuk should have been playing for the Devils in the playoffs, period. Now, would it have put us over the edge and made a difference in that series? Looking back at it now, with all the injuries that happened during the series, probably not, but you can't go back with hindsight and do all that stuff. If you're really trying to win, you would have signed him for the playoffs. It's something I will, be mad about for a while, but it is what it is. Hopefully he could contribute next year, maybe even in a top 6 capacity, but I believe at worst case it will be a bottom 6 capacity. But I think this is a day late and a dollar short in terms of salvaging last season. I would have liked to see it. And the only other part, and I'm not going to go vent forever, but the fact that we had that underwhelming deadline day, and then Fitz mentioned trying to bring Gritsuk over as a possible, addition on deadline day, which has nothing to do with deadline day. Even if he won the deadline day and did amazing, he still should have been trying to do that regardless. But he kind of used it as a deflection because of the dud that he had on deadline day and was like, oh, yeah, we're going to try to bring Gritsuk over, blah, blah, just to, deflect. And then when he had the opportunity, he didn't even do that, which made me even more furious. But you guys all know where I stand with all this. I am a win-now guy. I'm tired of the loser mentality that has kind of blanketed the franchise for years and years, and it's time for people to wake up. The loser mentality is awful. This kid should have been playing in the playoffs, but I'm excited to see him next year. But I think that's all I got for you guys right now. So lots of injuries, surgeries we didn't know about, 5 guys going to the Worlds. Should be a great tournament. I will definitely be checking some of that out. And Gritsuk finally signed to his 1-year entry-level deal. Wow. What a long offseason it's going to be, guys. It already feels like it's been an eternity, and it's only been about a week or so. Watching some of these playoff games are painful, like I said. Obviously, the Quinn Hughes rumors are heating up. Lots of people putting out just awful kind of proposed trades or hypothetical trades that are just complete garbage. I just don't understand what people don't understand about this. There's going to be a limit to what they get in return for a guy to get him 2 years early, essentially, because he will be signing here as an unrestricted free agent on July 1, 2027, which is just about 26 months away from right now. 26 months or so, a little shy of 26 months. Quinn Hughes will be at the Prudential Center holding up his jersey with his brothers, flanking him, and the Devils marketing team will have an absolute field day in that moment and for a very long time thereafter. The brothers Hughes. But that's it, guys. That's it. I'm just physically, mentally, emotionally drained still. I will be putting out the end-of-season awards kind of recap video eventually. I've sat down and tried to do it a couple times, and I just am not feeling it. It's going to come out soon, but it's just been hard. And like I said, going to the Rock earlier today, painful stuff. But let me know what you thought about anything I'd mentioned in this video. Anything, everything New Jersey Devils hockey, you just throw it out there in the comments. I enjoy talking to all of you. Always tons of stuff in the works. I will be back soon. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.